Washington County Coach's Corner is service of Blue Valley Technologies, Midwest Products, the Animal Health Center, M&M Tire, and Eric's Automotive.
In today's world, everyone is searching for answers. If cows are laying down, will it rain? Does gum really stay in your stomach for 7 years? How about Bigfoot? With so many mysteries, it's nice to have one clear answer. Fiber. Blue Valley Technologies proudly provides a robust fiber network with symmetrical speeds and unmatched reliability. And with 24/7 support, we are always here when you need us. Blue Valley Technologies Fiber Internet, because some things just shouldn't be a mystery.
Let Dr. Phil Bentz of the Animal Health Center in Washington keep your pets and herds healthy and thriving. They offer services such as vaccination, surgery, grooming, and boarding. The doctors also understand your herd is your livelihood. Call them for a herd health consultation to assist with nutrition and pasture management, vaccination and deworming protocols, reproductive strategies, and more. And don't forget your hard-working horses. The Animal Health Center has specific services for them as well. Animal Health Services in Washington, open Monday through Saturday. Call for an appointment today.
When you're buying tires, go with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Locally owned, M&M Tire offers minor service work. They offer major brands of tires. They offer service after the sale. And that's what you can rely on with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Call them at 325-2207 for an appointment today. For your tire needs, call them M&M Tire in Washington.
Welcome into the Washington County Coaches Corner program, joined today with Ryan Huckett, head coach of the boys basketball team. Ryan, I want to take you back to last week's Thunderbird Classic, I guess is what they're called, playing all those games in a short amount of time. How did your boys handle those quick turnaround, quick changes against some different teams and styles?
Oh, I think we handled it pretty good. It was a lot of fun. It was a great way to start the year. We actually played Republic County before we got into that preseason tournament, so we got 4 games under our belt in about a week's time. We went 2-2 in those 4 games. Pretty competitive in all of them. We're trying to improve our pace. We're trying to play a little more pressure defense and play some full court. And my biggest concern going into it was whether we were in condition. I think we proved we're all right.
And this time of year, we were talking beforehand, just that conditioning's kind of the top of the mind of everyone. And we were joking beforehand, too. You guys picked up a big win against Lincoln. I happened to be on hand for that one. Talk about that just a little bit. The ability for your boys to stay calm in those last seconds of that game, not to get too afraid, I guess is how I'll word it, and come out with a victory against, a really good Lincoln squad that had high expectations going into the season.
That was a really enjoyable moment, I think, for all the players, the coaches, the fans. We come down. If I remember right, I think we were down 7 to start the fourth quarter, and we were just kind of sloppy. I didn't think we played very well, but our defense tightened up. We only committed 2 turnovers in that fourth quarter, and then how we executed on those final 3 or 4 possessions, it just looked really clean, looked like we were poised. We never got rattled, and I can't remember I didn't stat it as far as the possessions, but I know, we had a multiple change of leads there towards the end, and it was just bucket for bucket. We just happened to get the ball in the basket last to win by 1, and I just hope it's not the highlight of our season. That was a fear driving home that night. I was like, it was a really great win, a great feeling. Hopefully we can build off of it and experience that again here a time or 2 or 3. I will. With Lincoln, it was a great win. They said it was coach's top 4 team or whatever in 1A, but Lincoln, they went far in football, and they haven't been on the floor much for basketball, so I'm sure that team will get better as they go too.
Absolutely. I know I mentioned it on the broadcast. I don't put a lot of onus on these early season rankings because you don't know who's stepping in. Some teams play late in the football season. It kind of works from that. But when you mentioned about not wanting it to be the highlight, do you still feel like hopefully it's a little bit of a boost, especially, after last season? You guys had a decent start, but then you hit a really rough stretch until about February. Do you think you can use that game to kind of chat with the boys about now your expectations and how you continue your gradual improvement for this season?
the games we've played, they've all been competitive. I know the Republic County game, it was a 35-point loss, but man, that game was pretty competitive. And, it's just every game so far, it feels like we're right there, and we've committed a lot of turnovers. I think we were 30, 26, 23, and then in the Solomon game, I actually told the boys, I'm like, if we stay under 15 turnovers, we will walk away with a win. And we can call ourselves the Thunderbird champions, but we would be able to call ourselves champions for an early season tournament. I think that was a big deal, and we actually only committed 12 turnovers against Solomon. So I proved myself a liar to them, but that game had it was a lot slower pace than what we had played the previous 3 games and just a lot less possessions. But I believe we are going to compete with every team the remainder of the year. We have our sights set on a few upsets. If we can upset some of the higher teams, upset a team or two, that's above us in the rankings, then I think that's going to be a successful year for us.
And, I'll say it, and I said it on the broadcast, this team looks a lot more competitive than what they were last year. And, they just had that confidence about them. And, last one about the past games before we move on to comments, but, 2 in that Lincoln game, and I'm using it because it's the only one I've had a chance to see you guys in. Like you said, I feel like you executed well. You shot inside the paint well. Only 1-3 came late in that contest. As you kind of build this offense around, your post and your inside out play, how beneficial is that for you to see that kind of rhythm hit hopefully here early in the season?
Well, I think we're just starting to tap into that resource. We had the high-low game going really well against Lincoln, and that's something that those 2 players really hadn't worked together yet. We just quite literally talked about it that morning. We might have put in that offense the day before. So, we're really working on that. Solomon kind of shut us down on that. They got that big 6'5" kid in the middle, and he kind of shut that down on us. But with Michael Peterson, he had a 17 rebound game against Pike Valley. It was just too shy of the school record. He followed it up with a 21 points and 10 rebound game against Lincoln. Chase Gross has put 2 double-doubles back-to-back. So I really think, those 2 are going to be the ones that really, they're going to be the ones we go through, and hopefully our guards can get into some rhythm on the perimeter. We have not shot the ball well. That 1 3-pointer we made against Lincoln was very timely. But I do think we're going to improve in all those areas, and I think we're getting better with the ball. And if we can cut those turnovers and keep them under 20, around 15, I think we're going to be there.
Well, and, I talk with a lot of coaches throughout the season, and especially here early on, the offense will come. The boys will find a way to get in rhythm shooting the ball, and that's just kind of the nature of this game here early on in the season. And last one here for you, Ryan, before I let you go. We were talking beforehand about the big number of games that you guys have coming up here in a short time of window, especially with Christmas break coming up here. Where else do you want to see this team hopefully take a next step at as you get into this kind of Christmas period, and then, TVL coming up in January?
Our goal with as the coaching staff's goal, myself and Jamie Cole, we kind of set a goal of 12 wins, so roughly 500. Right now we're 2-2. Looking at the teams we have coming over this Christmas break, Hanover, we have Rock Hills out at Mankato on the 22nd. I think that's one, is a very gettable game. And then we have 2 unknowns. We're playing Superior, Nebraska, Fairbury, Nebraska on the 30th and 31st. 2 larger schools. I just got film on them. I haven't watched them yet. I don't think any of those games are going to be easy. And then we're looking at Axtell, Lynn, Centralia coming out of Christmas. It's a tough league. I can't really put a prediction on what we're going to do, but we're going to compete. I'm just going to leave it at that.
No, absolutely. You know what? And I'll go back to that Lincoln game too as well. I felt like the boys competed extremely well in that contest. They came out with a win, and I've said it during football season, high school sports is a funky thing. And if you can compete to your best of the ability, sometimes the ball will roll your way and sometimes it won't. But just going out there night in and night out and trying to improve is always the key. Again, talking with Ryan Huckett, head coach of the Washington County boys basketball team. Ryan, I appreciate your time this week. We'll look forward to chatting more basketball through the year and hopefully get a catch up here before too long and catch another one of your games.
You bet. Thank you.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
When your car needs attention, trust the shop that's right here at home. Eric's Automotive in Washington. Locally owned and dedicated to quality and customer satisfaction, Eric's Automotive handles it all. Oil changes, battery service, tires, and major repairs to engines, transmissions, brakes, and suspension overhauls. No gimmicks, no runaround, just good, honest automotive work you can count on from their ASC certified technicians. Call Eric's Automotive in Washington today or find him on Facebook and chat with Eric about what he and his crew can do to keep your vehicle running smoothly.
Washington County Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, Midwest Products, the Animal Health Center, Kears Thriftway, M&M Tire, and Eric's Automotive.